Welcome to Talking Business. I'm your host, Darcey Edwards with Queen Bee Leadership Training. Talking Business is just that. We are talking business with business leaders, leaders in the community, and those who change their communities with entrepreneurship. This podcast is presented by Xpose Hope as a thank you to the business community. Catch us on all the platforms. Find us, follow us, and review us. Welcome. This is Talking Business, and I'm your host, Darcey Edwards with Edwards Realty Trust and Queen Bee Leadership Training. And today we have with us Rick Rosenberry with
Property Solution of Portland.
Property Solution of Portland. So how did you start this business? It's a fairly newer endeavor for you, right?
Yeah, I started it at the beginning of the year, and me and several other businesses were trying to figure out a way to stay in touch with the real estate industry. We have a paving company, we have a plumbing company, and they would often be able to connect with real estate agents, but there's a lot of turnover in the industry, and they needed to find a way to continue to be able to make that interaction without being salesy.
Excellent. Well, as a realtor, I love that because it comes up all the time. I need a roofer. To be honest, I've literally had a hard time finding a bid personally for myself. It took me 5 different people to actually even give me a quote. So, and I know in this time and in this day, finding reputable and vendors that will show up and they actually do what they say is really slightly rare, right? Because they're so busy. So what would that look like? What does that look like for that connection?
So what we started out with was just a vendor network, just a vetted group of businesses that I had worked with for a long time, other people had worked with for a long time, and businesses that liked working with the real estate industry. And now we have a website that you can go to and you can search. You put in the zip code of the house that you're working on, and then you can search by the problem you're having, or you can search by the thing that you need done.
Okay, so that looks like you have a website. And then what else? Because I know that we've connected and you actually also do like closing gifts, baskets, like outreach to the clientele of that realtor. Can you describe what those things are?
Yeah, so we, in order to become more creative, try to reach out to people, we've started doing gift baskets. Mm-hmm. And so we have gift baskets that are sourced from Saturday markets, local people. Our one is the Welcome to PDX basket, which has local honey as well as local pollen, which helps you to adapt to the allergens in the Portland area.
Yes.
And then some coffee from a local company that is direct trade. So they actually go to the countries where they buy the coffee from the small farmers.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
And then we also have soap. So things that are very Portlandy. And so that's one of our baskets. And then we're also looking at working with agents to figure out what they want for seasonal gifts and help them to try to get Christmas baskets or things that they can give to their clients. And then what started it all is the property management basket.
Excellent.
So we have, we'll have up to 20 different businesses that advertise in the basket. So it'll be your local auto body shop, your local insurance agent, and that way the boxes for the property management companies are free.
Oh,
so they
excellent.
just give us a call, we come by, and it's got a carpet spot remover, it's got a set of flooring tabs that you put under chairs so that it doesn't scratch the hard surface, right, as well as command strips and a bottle of sparkling cider.
Awesome.
And so it's a way for property managers to start a conversation with their new tenants about keeping the apartment in really good shape.
Yeah.
And then come back in a week on their walkthrough and then, hey, did you put in the flooring tabs? Can I help you with the command strips?
Excellent. I love that. I love that a world pandemic has created so many businesses and ideas, and it's really made people more creative in their businesses. I know your day job is something totally different. You're a business insurance agent, right?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that really quickly? Might as well.
Sure.
We're here.
Yeah. We do commercial insurance. So I just got back from the Global Mining Expo. Most of what we do in the Northwest and in 18 other states is manufacturing. So we help companies to export, and we help foreign companies with U.S. parts to be able to insure those.
Excellent. You are in the heart, just saying, if you don't know where we are, we're actually in the Silicon Forest. There's an Intel right there. Down the street is Coors Tech, which my husband worked at for years and years. And so we are surrounded by manufacturing companies here. So that's kind of fortuitous that you're here talking about one thing, but you actually are in the heart of manufacturing world in Oregon. So awesome. What is your 5-year plan for your other business, your personal love business?
So in 5 years, I would like to go from the 1 employee that we have to 2 full-time employees and be able to fill out the list of trades that we would need in order to be able to facilitate for all the realtors and the property managers that are going to be joining our group. And then we're hoping to have several baskets and be able to set up a dialogue between local businesses and the real estate industry to help them to connect better and to help them to stay connected.
Excellent. I love that. Okay, so looking back over your year or so, what is the one thing you wish you would have done that you hadn't done soon enough? So it's a question I always ask is like, if you knew better, what would you have done differently?
The biggest thing that I would have done differently is to get the website started earlier. Websites take a long time if
Right.
you're building it from scratch. I mean, you can go to a web builder and put something together in a night, but if you're putting together a website like we have, where you have searchability and you have zip codes and things.
Right.
So it has taken a lot longer than we expected, but I'm happy that we did it from the ground up, and we're going to have something that's easy to use, fast loading.
Right. Those are important things. And that's what people kind of do. They think that, well, I don't really need the website. They do. That's super common. Like, oh, I'm not that big. I don't need a website. But you do need that website, and you do need it, searchable. You do need it to work on my phone out of the gate. And so that's really great advice to people is, you know what, get that done. And if you're not great at that, hire it out, right? What areas are you wanting to expand into? What areas do you cover now?
So right now we're targeting Lake Oswego and Southwest Portland, Sherwood, within that area. But we're looking to do the whole Portland metro area.
Excellent.
And so for contractors, usually they are, they've been in business for a while. We actually did have one that just started, but we knew that the 2 people who started the business were really good at what they did.
Right.
And they went from just starting out to 100,000 in business in the first year. So that was super neat.
Excellent. So you said they're vetted. What is like kind of your vetting process?
So we'll usually reach out to several of the property managers or realtors that they have worked with in the past. And that is usually one of the best indicators, because working with property management, you need to be flexible.
Right.
And so
some realtors are HM. High maintenance. I'm not. I'm normal, but some are. People are, and it's like you've got to get it done today.
Yeah, and they're beholden to a lot of other people's timelines and stuff, and so things change rapidly. But if a contractor has a good reputation with those people, then we will start them in the group, and we just keep an eye on it moving forward through BNI. A lot of times they're in BNI groups or in their networking groups. We can say, hey, these people are doing a great job, and we would love to represent those people.
Excellent. What types of vendors are you looking for to fill for your baskets and so forth?
So a painting company that right now there's a lot of the good painting companies that are just completely full.
Yep. Booked
And
till January.
so we're looking for a couple of painting companies. So between the several, they can fill in gaps. We'll be looking for another plumbing company soon because that company is, they're growing as quickly as they can, but they are maxed out in part from working with us.
Right.
And another great one would be a handyman. We're always looking for more handymans for the group.
Always. Handyman, we need you. All of us need you. Awesome. How can we help you? Because that's part of this is how do we give back? How do we help you build your business? What is something that we can do for you?
So connecting me with realtors or property managers that are looking to either connect better with their clients or to connect with more vendors. If you see somebody with that interest, like, hey, I would really love to be able to send something to my clients, but I don't have time to gather all of this stuff.
Yes.
We can help with the actual gift giving. There's a lot of science behind gift giving and what to give for certain size of house sales if you're a realtor, and what can subconsciously be offensive to somebody when you're giving them something. And so there's certain things that we can help them with. And
where can we find you?
You can find us at propertysolutioninc.com.
Okay. propertysolutioninc.com. Excellent. Thank you so much for coming today. We appreciate what you do. I'm super excited to connect with you and partner, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Betty Campbell with Xpose Hope, and here's your Xpose Hope moment for today. Why is housing that is individualized to those who are trafficked important? Well, other types of housing work okay for our ladies, but they aren't quite as safe as if they are in a house with women and men who've gone through the same things that they have. Won't you help us provide housing for women and men who have been trafficked? Donate at our website today, xposehope.com/donate.
Thank you for listening to Talking Business, brought to you by Xpose Hope. We can be found on all of your favorite podcast platforms, YouTube, iTunes, all of them. Also, be sure to like us, share us, and leave a comment. Who do you want to hear from? We want to know.